Welcome to Mobility Day. Let's hope that the microphone works better today. What do you say? I'm going to change the one little thing here. Like so. All right, so here's what we're going to do today for mobility. We're going to be working with our suspension trainer and we're going to be working with our bands. So I'm going to grab my bands out of my bag and we're going to do that. So similar to what we did last week, we're going to be doing a lot of movement-based mobility today. Because what is mobility? Mobility is flexibility and stability combined, and stability is, of course, an effect of strength. So we want to be moving our body, not necessarily stretching it. We want to be moving in ways that are going to help us move throughout our regular life. So I'm going to clip these up here. We'll come back to these in a little bit. But the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start by swinging our legs. So we did this yesterday when we did lower body, and we did it last week. I'm going to find an object to place my hand on. My outside foot is going to be stable, and my inside foot is going to swing like this. I'm going to try to keep my chest forward, but let my hips rotate so that I'm swinging the hamstring and the hip flexor, which is really important for overall mobility. So we're going to do this for 30 seconds, starting in 3, 2, 1. We're just going to swing forward and backward. 1. Oh, we're not going to count. We're doing time. It's okay for the foot to turn out. That's actually going to get the adductor and the hip flexor. You can see for me, I don't swing very far back. That's a tight area for me, which is why I like this exercise so much. Also, this helps to warm up the lower back and the sacral joints. You know, we often would do lower trunk rotations and windshield wipers. Go ahead and stop. And this is kind of like the set above that. So we're going to do the other side now, starting in 3, 2, 1. We're going to swing. Oof. Yeah, my hip flexor on this side is mad. Has been for a little while. I wonder why. I really do wonder why. I'm not sure why. Three, 2, 1. Okay, good. So now that we've done that, what we're going to do now is we're going to turn. We're going to place our hands on an object. We're going to swing side to side like this, trying to rotate the hips. So actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take this. We're going to go over here to the other side of the board, like so. We're going to look at it from here. So I'm going to, we got wind. We'll go from here. So what I'm going to do is grab onto an object of some kind. I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to swing inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, just like so. We're going to do that for 30 seconds. Sorry for all the confusion here. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Outside, inside. Sorry, inside, outside. Inside, outside. Outside. Just rocking, letting the hip open up. There we go. That's 1. Now we're going to do the other side, starting in 3, 2, 1. Just letting the legs swing like a pendulum. All right, go ahead and take a little break. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our suspension trainer. We're going to take a slightly different angle here. Hopefully that'll help with the lighting. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to, and we did this last week, I am going to sit back strings and come up squeezing my glutes. So I'm going to rock my hips back, feeling the back of my legs, and then rock forward by squeezing my glutes and retracting my shoulder blades. We're going to do that for 15 repetitions. So I'm going to lean back. I'm going to sit my hips back as far as they'll go, and then I'm going to come back up, and that's 1. I'm going to sit back, go, 2, back as far as they'll go, 3, back as far as they'll go, 4, back, 5, 6, 7, 8. This should feel pretty good even on your hips and your back. 9, and letting your lats stretch out too. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, one more, 15. Very good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn around, putting our arms behind us, and we're going to rock forward and hold, pushing down, keeping the shoulder blades flat, but allowing our arms to open behind us. We're going to hold that for 30 seconds, and we're going to repeat this cycle 3 times. So I'm going to put my arms behind me, pinch my shoulder blades back, keeping my back nice and straight. I'm going to walk forward until I feel a stretch in the front of my chest. And I'm going to hold that for 30 seconds. If it bothers your elbows, curl your wrists and try to keep it inside your frame of tolerance. And just focus on breathing and letting the chest open. We all need, and then when I'm done, I'm going to walk back and bring my hands out of it. We'll take a little break. We're going to take 30 seconds off. We're going to do that 2 more times back to back. I am now paranoid about the microphone after yesterday. So I hope that recording was usable for you guys. I tried to enhance the audio. I don't know if it did a very good job, to be perfectly honest. So I apologize about that. It couldn't be reshot at the time. All right, let's go for number 2. We're going to rock back, starting in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to sit back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Very good. Now we're going to turn around, walk forward, and let that hold us up. We're going to hold that for 30 seconds. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Hold that position. Squeeze the glutes, keep the core tight, roll the shoulder blades back. You may feel this I feel this mostly in my arms, my forearms and my biceps and my elbows. But that's because that's how tight my forearms are. And they need this in order to open up a bit. Because your arms, like your body, have superficial front lines and deep front lines, and superficial back lines and deep back lines. That's myofascial sling terminology, in case you're unfamiliar with what the hell I'm talking about. All right, that's 2. We're going to do that one more time. And you know, the key to this is we're trying to just open up the structures of the body that are constantly in the modern world being shrank, which is the front of our arms. It's natural for the arm to want to curl in. So we have to stretch and open the front. Same thing with our chest. It's natural for the chest to want to collapse in. When we're stressed or when we're fatigued or when we don't work our muscles in our body properly, what happens is the muscles I'm going to oversimplify this, but the muscles on the front side of our body that make us curl essentially into a ball, all those muscles tighten over time. And that's what leads to this forward posture. So stretching those and strengthening the posterior chain is really, really vital. No matter what your sport is, it's really key. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, we're going to sit back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, one more, 12. Very good. All right, now we're going to go ahead and turn around and we're going to extend our arms behind us in 3, 2, 1. We're just going to hold that, keep the shoulder blades back and down, everything retracted. We're going to use the suspension trainer to get all this warmed up, and then we're going to switch over to the bands. Well, that's not true. We're going to switch to the bands after we do a mobility exercise for hips. And then we'll switch over to bands, but you get the idea. So there's going to be, okay, good, come out of that. So there's 2 different ways you can do this. You can do it without the suspension trainer, but if that's too hard, you can use the suspension trainer. Or you can use a stand. In fact, I would recommend using a stand. So what I want to do is we did this last week, slightly adjust the angle here. I want to essentially put my hands on my toes, my fingers on my toes, like so. Like so. I want to sit down, keeping my hands here, and then drive my knees back, keeping my hands on my toes. So trying to keep my back nice and flat. So I'm going to sit, come back, 1, 2, 3. If I can't do that in place, I can use a box. And the way I'm going to use the box in this case is I'm going to put my hands on an object like this, and I'm going to sit and come up like so. But what we're effectively doing is a mobility exercise for the hips. So we're going to do 10 to 15 repetitions of that. So I'm going to put my feet a little wider than hip width apart. I'm going to hinge, keeping my shins straight up and down. I'm going to touch either the tops of my toes, or I'm going to use a box. I'm going to sit into a full squat, and then I'm going to come back and up. And I'm going to do that for 1. I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then come up just like so. Perfect. All right, take a little break. If you get lightheaded, that's okay. Just make sure you're not going to pass out. Now, we're going to add a piece to that. And the piece we're going to add to that is a hinge. So I'm going to effectively hinge back, touching my toes, squatting down, driving my hips back, and coming up by squeezing my glutes. Why? Because that's kind of the effective range of motion of our hips. At the end of the day, that is the most practical use. So if I can't do that with my toes, I'm going to use a box to do the same thing. I'm going to essentially hinge, place my hands on the box, squat down, come back up, and come all the way up, like so. So whichever one you want to do, you can do, and that'll work. So starting in 3, 2, 1, I'm going to hinge, keeping my shins straight up and down. Hands are going to touch the top of the toes. Squat, back, hinge back up. 1. I don't need to fully straighten my legs either. Like, I can do this with my knees slightly flexed the whole time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Very good. Take a little break. We're going to do that for 2 more sets, and then we're going to switch up and do upper body. But this is basic. This is basic mobility. If you can't do the full range of motion the way I'm doing it, don't worry about it. That's not important. You got to use what you've got to keep it, and you've got to work those edges to expand them. So don't be overly concerned about that. Just do the best that you can. Stay inside tolerance. If something's hurting, try to flirt with the edge, but don't overdo it, okay? All right, we're going for number 2. Starting in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to hinge, touch, squat, come back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Very good. Now, as I'm doing these, I can feel that my left ankle is tighter than my right ankle. And I know that that affects my hip symmetry. So do I need to work it super hard and put a band around it and grind into the angle and do all that crap? Not really. What I need to do is what we call grease the groove. I need to pick a range of motion that challenges it. I need to use that range of motion on a regular basis. And I need to be aware of it, trying to maintain as good a symmetry as I can, and just work the motion. Now, I've injured this ankle like 3 times in my life, so a doctor would tell me that, well, you're going to develop arthritis in that ankle and you're going to need a replacement. And that might be true one day, but I can make that situation better or worse for myself, you know. All right, 1 more set. Starting in 3, 2, 1, you're going to touch, squat, come back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Very good. All right, grab your bands. So what we're going to do today, we did last time. I'm going to set up my red and my yellow band in a way where my red band is doubled up on an anchor and my yellow band has been run through it. So these are my 2 lightest bands. Second lightest is the anchor band. Lightest is the one I'm going to use. What I want to do in this case is I want to come around. I want to extend into it and bring the hands up over top, keeping the shoulder blades pinched back and down. As we do that, we're just opening up basic shoulder mobility. So I'm going to lean into it, reach up, leaning forward, coming back down. We're going to do this for 15 repetitions, starting in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Very good. Take a break. Take 30 seconds off. We're perfect on time too. We're going to do 2 more sets and then you're done with mobility for today. Now notice what we're doing is we're focusing on the largest rotational joints in the body, the hips and the shoulders. And as far as the legs are concerned, we also are working on the ankles and the knees. And as far as the arms are concerned, we're consistently trying to open up the shoulder girdle, allowing the shoulder blades to peel back and opening up the front side of the arms. In the modern world, everything we do is this T-Rex motion. So we need to open up this anterior side of the chest and arms. Otherwise, we're not in very good shape. So we're going to go for number 2, starting in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to have my arms back, push slightly forward, reach up overhead. I'm slightly leaning forward so that way I'm not arching my back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, one more, 12. Very good. Let it down. I think my watch just died. All right. Take a small break. We're going to do 1 more set. And then you're done. And then tomorrow will be core and coordination. Now, I said on Monday that I wasn't going to be doing Thursday and Friday this week, and I lied. I just shot them in advance. All right, here we go. Starting in bleh. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that felt good. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. All right. That is it for mobility. Great job today. And I will see you tomorrow for core and coordination. And it's a bunch of cool new exercises. So it'll be exciting and different. See you mañana.